Now, a federal anti-corruption commission. This is a body Labor and the Greens, and in particular Teals and all the crossbench MPs, have been banging on about endlessly for a year or more. The Albanese government has now introduced a bill to Parliament to establish such a crime-fighting body. And the big question is whether it will uproot real corruption, the sort that led to the jailing of New South Wales Labor figures Eddie Obeid and Ian McDonald, who were involved in schemes to enrich themselves. Or will we see the politically charged show trials that have seen Liberal premiers of New South Wales, Nick Greiner, Barry O'Farrell and Gladys Berejiklian, three of them, lose their jobs for, well, next to nothing? The Greiner finding was overturned later by a court. Berejiklian's finding is yet to be handed down. And O'Farrell, well, he bailed out because he misled the commission. Inadvertently, he says, about a bottle of wine. Look, there have been controversies everywhere these bodies have been tried. In Queensland, the Commission has itself been investigated with changes recommended to support natural justice. Likewise, in Victoria and South Australia, there have been controversies and reviews and changes to these anti-corruption bodies following dissatisfaction with the outcomes and suicides by people implicated in their obscure processes. So this is a dicey area. And the big question is whether investigations happen in private until there are findings, or whether it all plays out in public hearings, leading to public controversies that play out in a political way rather than judicially. Now, many of the independent and crossbench politicians claim credit for getting this issue on Canberra's agenda. They claim to be on the side of justice, fighting crime. In a way, they go on. They remind me, and they might remind many of you too, of the old television program, The Texas Rangers.
Their work is never through. They fight and fight for rights and justice to enforce the law for you.
Yeah, that's the crossbench. Remember that show as a kid? Fighting for justice and enforcing the law. Here they come. Well, if you wonder why I was reminded of that today, look at the Teals and the Greens and the other crossbenchers at Federal Parliament today.
Their work is never through. They fight and fight for rights and justice to enforce the law for you.
Oh, check them out. You've got to have some fun, don't you? The Canberra Rangers, looking to claim the credit for the scalps yet taken. Seriously, these people are all care and no responsibility. They want more public hearings and less privacy, more star chambers and less natural justice. Listen to the Greens' David Shoebridge.
What you're seeing here is the new parliament. The MPs and senators from Independents and Greens, the crossbench, who were sent into this parliament after the last election to put integrity on the agenda here in this federal parliament.
Let 1,000 flowers of integrity bloom, hey? This is the same senator who pulled out of an interview on this program last night because he didn't want to explain the disgusting behaviour of his Senate colleague, Lydia Thorpe. Integrity starts with accountability, surely. What about these two?
All of these people standing behind me are here because they believe in a strong, robust Federal Integrity Commission, a watchdog with teeth.
Australians voted for more integrity, they voted for more transparency. People want to know that politicians can and will be held to account.
Well, if you want to hold politicians to account, these MPs and the Teals should reveal all they know about the coordination of their campaigns and their policies, which all look very similar, and whether that is related to the funding they all receive from Simon Holmes à Court Climate 200. Should they all be recognised as a party, or do they continue to claim that they are just like-minded independents? Voters do deserve full transparency on all of this. Still, the good news is the crossbenchers might be cut out on this issue, because if Labor and the Coalition agree on an anti-corruption model, they can legislate without the crossbenchers.
The fact is that we both went to the election with a commitment for an integrity commission, and we are working sensibly and constructively with the government to implement an integrity commission which will root out any corrupt behaviour, which will hold people to account, but not conduct show trials and destroy the careers and the reputations of people that have no case to answer.
Now, this is probably the best hope for a sensible result in this difficult area. In fact, the more we see the major parties cooperating to exclude the crossbenchers on any issue, the better for the country.